let's talk about it. To create a fundamentally sound presentation for closing, you've got to have the fundamental building blocks. The first thing I want you to do, once you go out, drum up the business, right? Now you've done everything I've talked to up to this point. You've got the activity going. Now you're going to build rapport when you get in front of them. Now, guys, let me tell you something. If I had to, when I was in sales, in membership sales, if I had to walk in and talk to a business, and the key is to ask the right questions when you walk in. And if I had to, I would sit down and have lunch. They got to talk to you then, right? If you walk into a restaurant and you're eating lunch there, they're going to talk to you. Say, can I talk to the owner or the manager? And have them come over and eat lunch. You got to eat lunch anyway. You might as well make money at it. So I love, if I'm going and talking to businesses and real estate people or walking into a business, I'll order a food and I'll sit there and ask for the manager and I'll build a relationship right there. And I'll do that. I like to build rapport. So build rapport is the first step of a fundamentally sound presentation. The next one is you got to have an interest statement. Omar, what's an interest statement? Well, I'm sure that you have the tools from Damien, but I teach that you got to have a 1-minute commercial and a 2-minute commercial. And that commercial has to create interest. Remember, when you talk to someone, you are nothing but an interruption. Let me say that again. When you talk to someone, you are nothing but an interruption until you create interest. So your interest statement is a 1-minute or a 2-minute, something about you, the company, and what you can do for them. The old saying, who we are, what we've done, what we can do for you. Okay? Now, remember to build questions in there because you want them talking, right? The next thing you want to do, you want to gather data. Find out everything you can about the business. Find out everything you can about the broker, the real estate agent. Gather a lot of information. You do that by asking questions and listening and have your thinking pad, as Zig Ziglar taught me. Your thinking pad is your pad in front of you that you're taking notes about anything that can help you close the sale. Remember, the key is to close them as soon as possible and don't, do a 2-time close or a 3-time close, because we have a little saying in your business, be backs or be gones. Now, sometimes you do have to come back, and we'll talk about that. That normally happens when you didn't find out if the decision maker was there. So we'll talk about that in a moment. Next, you got to cover the benefits and features of this great company, right? Why do I need an app? Well, here's the benefits. Here's the features. And I'm going to take you through a little process that you're going to love. I'm just giving you this. I'm setting up the premise for you, okay? The next thing you want to do, guys, is to cover all the details. And make sure that if they're looking at package A, package B, or package C, they don't combine them or confuse them. So then when you go to close, it becomes a problem. So cover all the details so they know what they're getting into. And then, of course, use a test close. So there you are, guys. If you do everything I've taught you up to this point, and you do the activity that we talked about, and now you go through this fundamentally sound presentation, you're going to make a sale. So, Omar, how do I do that? Well, here we go. I'm not going to let you down. Let's get into it.